All right, when you see me coming home, my Kennetrek boots are going to be in a bag like this because number one, they're soiled, they're dirty. So once I get them back home, obviously they look like that, you know. Actually, they're not too bad. Well, the first thing I do is I take these strings right out of them. Right boot, right string, so I put that over my chair right there because, I don't know, just because those shoestrings get a set into them, I'd put them back in the same boot. I don't know if you can see that, you know, but that's starting to get a little frayed on the end, which sometimes makes that hard to go back in again. So we go steal the fingernail polish, clear fingernail polish. That hardens that back up again and makes it easier to put back in again. Okay, now what I do is I'm going to take these in, fortunate enough to have a great big old sink. I'm going to go in there and I use Dawn dish detergent, hot water, brush. I scrub these things up and try to get absolutely all the dirt back off them again. And just sit there and let these dry now. You might find something better, but this has really worked out great. It's a waxy, it puts the color back into it and it gives it a waterproofing. And I don't have a dime invested in sharing that with you. It's just something that happens to really work good for me. I use a toothbrush to put it on. I make sure I get it under all the places where them shoelaces are gonna go. So I say boots are expensive. How that's soaked in now. I mean, obviously on the rubber it hasn't, but that's okay because I want some of that on the rubber. Because then I take a regular shoe brush, take some, I find they go back in easier when you spray them down with a little powder. You can see how it turns them nice and white inside. A little powder in there even makes them smell good, and I guarantee you wouldn't do that before I cleaned them. Left boot, left shoestring. See how that's all hardened up? These should go in there pretty good now. Back in the same spot. You take what was left, and I put some of that on them shoestrings. At least 12 sheep hunts on that boot. Put it this way. At least 12 successful sheep hunts. That got a wax onto them. It's kind of, so I don't want that to soil my brand new clothes that I'm going. So I put them back in the bag. And I can honestly say, man, them Kennetrek boots have really taken care of me well. Especially when you've been on as many sheep hunts or just hunts in general as what I have. There you have it. I'm ready to go on the next hunt. And guess what? The next hunt is going to be another sheep hunt up in Alberta in September. So you take care of your boots and they'll take care of you. Thank you, Kennetrek, for making a great boot. And that, my folks, is the tip of the day.